Happy full moon, my friends. Today we have a full moon portal in the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, and I have a special message for you. Few symptoms you may be feeling during these times and how to channel this very potent, intense energy, very mystical one, as Sagittarius is a sign of expiration, vision, prophecy, mental expansion, and most of all, mover of the vital life force. So usually when we have full moons in the sign of Sagittarius, we are having very profound dreams, we are having mystical experiences, deep meditations, but it also brings quite overwhelming sensations, as many times if we don't know how to make a sense out of it, it may kind of disturb us. So today's full moon is bringing breakthroughs, expansion, and a push towards more joy, along with insights into what can improve your health. If you listen deeply, the whispers of the truth will guide you, my friend. Everything you've been dreaming about is coming towards you right now. It may not come to you the way you expect it, but what will find you is truly a step towards your dreams. What will find you will help you to manifest your dreams. So, what are the symptoms of this present full moon? Well, you may feel a bit more stressed, you may feel a bit of a pressure, or you may be feeling mentally overwhelmed. This moon is all about expansion, so many of us have been maybe studying a little bit more during these times. Maybe you've been reading more, watching more information. Maybe you've been talking more about all kinds of different things, and all action brings us reaction and results. So sometimes, when we are getting too much into something, we will also feel overwhelmed because of this. This is nothing wrong with that, it's just cause and effect. So if you're feeling stressed, pressured, or being mentally overwhelmed because you think of something outside of you, like maybe you have certain time limitations, deadlines, or any of that, just make sure that you find yourself right here, right now. You're right here, right now, and just get back into this moment. You see, many times we get so lost in our minds because of everything that's going on that we forget that life is happening here, and it's what we do right now, and it's how we think about what's happening in our lives that usually define us. So don't be defined by too many things, because you can't be all of that. And if you can't be all of that, you don't need to feel everything about everything that's going on. So just get back here into this moment. Follow the voice. Follow this voice right now, what I'm saying to you. But also follow the whispers of the truth that are speaking to you today much more loudly. Find these quiet moments in a day where you can reconnect, re-experience who you are, as yesterday's message was all about remembering. Remember who you are, right? So you can notice, oh, what am I doing here? Am I really walking the path of my soul, or am I just being too distracted and not knowing where to go? Listen to the whispers of the truth, my friend. Today's full moon is bringing life force into your heart. So it may be overwhelming for many of us. It may even cause stress if you don't pay attention to it. So are you noticing that people during this time are acting quite weird? Some people may feel more exhausted during this time. And some people may feel like they need to slow down in their lives. And if they don't, they will feel under a sense of a pressure. So maybe you're noticing this also in your life. If you're feeling like that, it's just a sign that you have to recalibrate yourself. Sagittarius is a fiery sign. It's a sign that has a lot of energy to it. Sometimes in ancient times people called it as a sign that holds too much life in it, like a lot of life force, almost too much of it. So if it's not channeled properly, it will cause anxiousness and stress. And you may blame certain external events for that, but it's just about how can we manage our own energy system. And because Sagittarius energy in our body is manifested more in lower parts and through or around the spine, around the nervous system that's present around the spine and around the heart, the best way to channel this energy is to do something actively, something that can kinda, that puts you onto your feet and make you move around a little bit, like going for a run or going for long walks or doing some tai chi, some yoga, some stretching, something that will speed up your heart rhythm, heart beating, so you can promote a bit of sweating so your body can let go of toxins, and it will produce a lot of clarity in your mind, and suddenly you will shake off the stress, pressure will just disappear, and you will come into a moment of clarity where you will start to feel so much grounded, and suddenly all these energies will give you a lot of insights, a lot of wisdom will come to you, and inspiration for all the things you've been dealing with, like how to experience more breakthroughs, maybe in finances, maybe in relationships, maybe in health. Actually, there's a lot of healing energy present that inspire you. It's not like you just get healed out of nowhere. It may happen, but it's also that you receive insights. Like sometimes you may just have a dream of what kind of herbs could help you to heal something, and you don't believe that because you have no knowledge around this or something like that. So read about it. Maybe you can get an insight for what kind of food is not good for you. Your body speaks to you, right? Or what kind of food is good for you, or what you should do more often. Pay attention to this science because your body is speaking to you. As same as you want to ascend, your body wants to ascend as well. Like, get it with you, right? So, very beautiful time for ascension. But there is no ascension without transformation, and there is no transformation without change, right? And change sometimes need a wake-up call. It may be a disease, it may be a loss of money, it may be a breakup in a relationship. So as we are living in these very intense times where we are slowly moving into a golden age, in the first degrees of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, all of us are feeling very, very intense purification that's happening. We had solar flares, a very intense energy. It's still present. It will be present as we are in this peak season of solar activities. So we are noticing incredible changes. Truth is coming to the surface, and many of it is disturbing the old systems. So if we're not quite visionaries, we may feel like, what's going on? But all of us who are activating the inner visionaries, seeing the future, we may feel that everything is changing. Like the way we've been treating money and the way we've been making money, all of that is changing because it's not sustainable. If you study the history, you notice as soon as money went off the golden standard, there was a following of chaos. It always disturbed the society because every time people did something egoistically, it caused chaos, disruption, and eventually change in a system. So we need to recognize what is a new golden standard. Like, is it gold? Is it something even better, maybe even more practical and sustainable? And study this kind of options, because each time is bringing us unique solutions, but we need to be open-minded for them. So notice what is really beginning, because you can see so much is changing. But don't be overwhelmed too much by it, because everything happens as it needs to happen, and you need to notice what is falling into place right now. Then another symptom you may be feeling is having many ideas for potential projects or solutions. And again, feeling overwhelmed because you don't know which one to pick. It is a time of massive expansion, especially mental expansion. And you may feel like there's so many things you want to do, so many things and projects you want to start. Like if you're an artist, maybe this time you may be feeling like you want to start 5 paintings at a time, or 3 different songs at a time, or whatever. But me as an artist, I'm noticing there's always one that's just more important than 5 others. Like it feels like I could do 5 paintings or 6 or whatever. Or I could invest all that energy into one and create a masterpiece. So maybe if you're feeling like that, like overwhelmed because many different ideas you could use, really think about them and write them down and see which one has the most potential in it. And if you can't find it out, start with one and see how you feel about it. Carl Jung said something very profound. He said, know all the theories, master all the techniques, but as you touch a human soul, be just another human soul. So it means that sometimes we really, as we're growing in life, we will feel overwhelmed because we're trying all different things and studying all different theories and working on a way to master different techniques and all of that. So that's why you need to have many different ideas, and this is the time of expansion, so you will be feeling like that. But make sure that when it comes to your human soul, you know who you are, so you can be another human soul to someone else, right? So you don't get lost in chaos of your mind. Another symptom you may be feeling right now is being overwhelmed by maybe many breakthroughs, deep emotional conversations, or certain emotional events that may be happening right now. So many different things are happening. Many people are being activated during this time. So it promotes a lot of this emotional outbursts sometimes, especially for people who've been holding on to so many, or maybe so much pain or so much of emotional baggage from the past. Like people are just breaking down and releasing that past. So maybe you're just the one that people are opening up to you and you're experiencing all these things. If that's happening to you, well, it leads to breakthroughs. But firstly, healing must take place, right? And maybe you were the healer in a certain relationship. So also make sure that you release what was maybe kind of poured onto you. You've done a lot of good work if you've been a listener in this case, but still make sure you release that energy that is not yours. So like be a bit more in nature, go to swim into an ocean, into a river, and do something like that, like something that connects you with purity, with harmony. And if you are the one that has been holding on to so much of maybe emotional baggage, and you found a healer and then you've poured it onto that person, be very grateful for that. person. Be very grateful for that person because he or she did something very magical for you. And if possible, do something for them. Give them a gift or something in exchange for that work, because it's a lot, you know. When we're holding on to something painful, it's just a lot when somebody listens to us. It's a lot. So just appreciate these things a little bit more, because during these times, all of that is happening more profoundly, more intensely. And it's just incredible if we have someone that can listen to us, right? So very powerful. Then another symptom you may be feeling right now is having very mystical dreams, vivid mystical dreams. You may be dreaming about certain potential future that then happens. You may be dreaming about maybe potential solutions. You may be dreaming even about how you're doing something you're very joyful about in the future that you could start doing today and you're not doing, like maybe dreaming about something that can activate you, or just having certain meeting with a spirit guide, or you know, all kinds of mystical things may be happening. So great thing you can do about it is to write these dreams down, write these experiences down, and maybe just reflect on them a little bit. Usually we feel overwhelmed because of them, because they activate something within us. Like, we are all mystics here, we are all healers here, we are all some sort of artists here, old souls, ancient souls, profound spirits, great manifestors. We're all of that, and we've forgotten because society has no knowledge around who we truly are. So much of this has programmed us to believe we're these small individuals who need to please others so we would be accepted. But once we actually accept this knowing of who we are, we recognize it's quite overwhelming for this old identity we've been carrying around, right? And like the caterpillar needs to go through a process of dying so it wakes up as a butterfly, your old identity goes through a process of dying until you experience metamorphosis. And we may die many times in our lives, and maybe this is the time of death of your old self. To some of you, it may be happening right now. And dreams are often symbolizing this process, reminding us of what's truly going on. And they usually tell you in a way that you will understand. So you will experience your own symbols in your dreams that demonstrate what's going on. So pay attention to that. Another symptom may be that you are experiencing a deep sense of your future, even if you can't articulate it. Like, you may just know deep inside that everything will be okay. You may just know deep inside that everything will work out. You may just know deep inside that something, whatever will happen, the way you can describe because you have no words for it. Like, imagine how ancient prophets were talking about the future, or how in ancient caves, when they were making paintings around people coming from the sky, when, let's say, certain intelligent races came to the earth, how they draw them. They draw horses walking on clouds and things like that, because they couldn't comprehend something like a vehicle that is flying or an object that is flying. They knew, oh, our way to travel around is by horses, so let's draw horses in the sky, right? When we don't have words to articulate something new, we don't know how to explain it. but we have a sense of it. That's why I say to you often, what you feel deep inside as intuitively is the truth. It's more real than anything else. And time will show you what it truly means. So trust this sense. Trust this sense. And then another symptom you may be feeling right now is many ideas for potential healing or improvement of your health. It's something I've mentioned before, but it's really real, like whatever you're dealing with or going through. Pay attention to how solutions are finding you and don't take them for granted. Like sometimes people come across a good book, or sometimes people come across a very good teacher that shows them something they could use and they just ignore, and then nothing changes in their health. Or you come across a certain practice that if you would apply it consistently, like for 1, 2, 3 years maybe, every single day, your health would improve. And if you don't study it, if you don't apply it, nothing changes. So you see, life gives you ingredients, and then you need to cook what you want to eat, right? So pay attention to the ingredients that are coming to you, because otherwise you will be starving. Okay? So everything is finding you. I told you, everything you've been dreaming about is coming towards you, but usually not the way you expect it. So open up your mind and see what is finding you right at this time. My friends, I hope you found great value in today's message. The full moon portal is open, fully open. The energy is the most potent today, so use it, meditate on it a little bit, connect with other people who sense it, talk about it, or just, surf this present energy the best way possible you can. And my friends, I hope you've enjoyed in today's artwork as well. You can find all of my art on our store, AttractPassion.com, and our Etsy store, I Draw My Passion. We are running a very unique sale during this time, so go and check it out. And thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community, where you can find some exclusive content and more practical guidance. So go and check it out. Thank you so much. You can join there for free, or you can choose any other option. With that, you're supporting this mission, same as by buying my art. You're supporting all this mission. And to anyone who would love to work with me one-on-one, I'm also offering coaching. You can find the link in the description of this video where you can book a calling. So I'm excited to meet you, my friend. Till next time, one love.